Hello and welcome. This is for Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising. This is for August 2022. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, so your first card, we've got the Queen of Swords here. So the Queen of Swords, this can be male or female, okay? So the Queen of Swords, she's very logic minded and very analytical. She tends to just observe. And the thing about the Queen of Swords is that she has been through a lot in her life. And please remember, he or she, this would indicate that you guys have been through a lot in your life. You've dealt with a lot of loss, and you've learned how to handle going through those difficult situations. And anytime we see this card, her sword is upright, so we know that you're definitely focused on the truth. And that sword, it can be sharp. So the Queen of Swords has a very direct, shall we say, a very direct way of communicating. So she's just about getting the facts out there in a very direct way. But she's also logical and analytical. But again, I feel like some of you guys have definitely been through a loss, and you could be analyzing the situation. Was it this person? Was it, this scenario? Was it me? Things of that nature. All right, so we're going to move forward. Okay, so I got two cards for this one. So the first card we got is the Lover's card. So let me go ahead and show you the second card real quick. Temperance in reverse. So I'll set those back down. So what this means is I feel that some of you might be dealing with a relationship. Now, this is going to pan out different ways for different people. Again, this is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, so things will play out differently for each one of you. And the Lover's card, anytime I see it, it's like, okay, we're dealing with either a relationship, and this relationship doesn't necessarily have to be one of romantic nature. It's going to be for a lot of people, but it can also be about platonic relationships as well. And if it's a platonic relationship, it's one where there's like a soul to soul recognition type of bond. Now, this is also indicative of decisions and choices that need to be made. And I always like to make it a point to mention that if there's a choice that you've got to make, especially regarding a relationship, a partnership, friendship, no matter what it is, make sure that you are making the right choice, not only for where you are right now, but for where you're going to be in, say, 5 years down the line. So you have to keep the present and the future in mind when you make this choice or decision that you have to make. Now, with the Temperance card being in reverse here, this definitely lets me know that for some of you guys, your patience and your tolerance levels have been put to the test. And it is probably due to a relationship of some sort. Again, can be romantic or platonic. This could be very much in the present. This could be something that you've just dealt with and still dealing with. But anytime I see Temperance in reverse, this can indicate that our emotions may not be in balance. So we need that perfect, 50-50 of logic and emotion. And anytime Temperance is in the reverse position, it lets me know that the emotions are, well, they're in the driver's seat, and when we make our decisions and choices based off of our emotions, that can get us into trouble further down the line. And that's why I was saying earlier, we do want to make sure that we make the right choice. So don't make any impulsive or rash decisions. You definitely want to think them through. And I know that whomever this person is for you guys, they are probably being very difficult. And for some of you, this could even be about a job. So, because let me tell you, some jobs can be like relationships. So, just be careful. Also, when I see temperance in reverse, our patience and our tolerance levels, they're being put to the test. And sometimes we can snap and not deal with the situation as great as we could, because we're having an emotional reaction. So, this is where we might want to pull some of that logic and reasoning and analytical abilities from the Queen of Swords here, especially when it comes to making this decision. Let's not do anything impulsive, okay? All right. So the next card we have, this is the, camera, Two of Coins. So this card is definitely one of like a juggling act, so to speak. So we're dealing with multiple situations that you're juggling. This could be about finances. This could be about relationships. In fact, there's always a little bit of an emotional nature behind this card when we get the Two of Coins, because in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you see some water in the back behind the juggler, but this is a different deck. This is the Grand Lux deck by Ciro Marchetti. Anyhow, so yes, there's definitely situations where you're having to juggle many different things, but you're doing well. You're keeping your balance. And I'd just like to let you know that sometimes when we get this type of energy with this card, this can indicate that you might hear some, shall we say, not so great news or disturbing news. I mean, look at the world right now. So, but don't let any type of bad news set you back. I want you guys to be harmonious. Yes. I want you guys to be happy. No matter what you're going through, things are going to get better, and you deserve to have harmony. I know it's been rough for a lot of you, but let me tell you, things are going to turn around, okay? All right, let's jump to this one. Now, this little sucker, while I was shuffling, before I was even done shuffling, this card came out twice. And I put it back in. And I said, if you're meant to be, you'll come back out again. And, well, it certainly did it. So, third time, it came out again. So, we have the Four of Wands here. Now, anytime I see this card, to me, it's always one of those cards where it's like we need to be appreciative of every single blessing we have in our life. Every single one. No matter how big or how small. Now, this card does indicate a celebration, okay? So there is some sort of good news that's going to come through for you guys. And it's some type of news that has a bit of a celebration behind it. It can be about a work situation. It could be regarding a home and life type of situation. This can also, especially jumping forward with this one, this could be news of hearing somebody might be pregnant, or you could hear of a birth, but there is a celebratory type of energy no matter what the situation is. There is a reason to celebrate. So for that makes me extremely happy for you guys, because you deserve it. But always remember, in the good times and in the bad times, always take stock of your blessings, because when we focus on negative things, we can attract more negative things to us. And if we stop ourselves when we start going to the negative side and start counting our blessings, like I have a roof over my head, I have food in my stomach, I have internet, I have cable, or I have running water. I mean, these are things that a lot of us just tend to take for granted on the day-to-day basis, but they are huge blessings. But the more that we acknowledge the blessings that we do have in our life, the more blessings that we are going to attract back to us. I call it the attitude of gratitude. So when we're focused on all the good, we're going to bring more good to us. Okay. All right, so here we have the devil. Now, thankfully, he is in the reverse position, so this is very, very good that he is in reverse. However, let me just say that for some of you, this devil in reverse is definitely indicating that you could have been in a toxic, karmic type of situation, whether it's a relationship or a friendship, you know, it could even be a work situation, anything that could have been toxic or karmic. This can also be anything that like has controlled us or held us back. We are free of that now, because when the devil is in the reverse, all those illusions have dropped away. Everything that's been holding us back, or we thought was holding us back, is now clearing off of the path. And this can also indicate, that there could be an end to a relationship for some of you. And if you are in a, or were in a toxic karmic relationship, let that go. You don't want to be controlled, okay? Control is never a good thing, and the devil is always about control, obsession, addictions, and there are so many different types of addictions. So, while I'm on that, I feel like for a few of you, you could have kicked a bad habit. And when I say bad habit, there are so many different types of bad habits or addictions that we can have. So, if you have recently kicked a bad habit, good for you. Pat yourself on the back. You deserve it. And I'm glad you're going to be more healthy. Okay? Now, here we have the Ace of Cups. So this is excellent, okay? We've gotten rid of this toxic negativity, okay? Getting rid of it. And we're being given a new start. And anytime it's the Ace of Cups, it is a new start of a heart-centered nature, okay? So this can indicate the desire to be in a relationship. This could be simply our heart opening up to the possibilities of what there could be, what might come. Again, this could also potentially indicate that, someone could soon announce that they're pregnant, or someone could announce that they're, just gave birth. So these are always possibilities. For some of you, this could indicate developing psychic abilities. She could be giving some of you guys some intuition on how to make these decisions and how to handle these situations, especially with this toxic energy here. So listen to those intuitions. It's when we stop and second guess those intuitions and start making rationalizations, that's where we go off track. We just need to stick to that first gut instinct and go with it. But no matter what this is, this indicates a new start. And this is a new start that's going to bring happiness and joy. So it doesn't necessarily have to be focused on relationships, and again, like I said, this is for, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So this is going to fit different for each one of you guys. So you'll know how it resonates with you, and if it doesn't, then leave it, So, but no matter what, this is an indication of a new start that is very positive, and one that will bring you much happiness, and you deserve it. Okay, so now we're going to do some oracle cards, And, oh, where's my manners? I know I'm late, but I'd like to say happy belated birthday to all of my Cancer sons. I hope you guys had an amazing birthday and many more to come. So we're going to do the oracle cards. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 decks. Oh wait, let's show real quickly before I start the oracle. The bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. So I feel like some of you might be seeking justice, because sometimes this Queen of Swords, she can be a lawyer, counselor, however you want to look at it. But I feel some of you might be seeking justice, and perhaps maybe some of you are just ready to find that balance in your life. Okay, I'm gonna have to use the book because honestly I have not messed with these oracle cards near enough, and I really need to keep using them. The more I use them, the more that I'm going to be able to remember. Okay, now this one is from the Mystical Shaman Oracle. So the first one we have here is the Witness. So we're going to read from the book. Okay. The witness observes without engaging in any action. Ooh, okay, yeah. That's some Queen of Swords energy right there. By cultivating inner stillness, we are able to assess any situation from a higher perspective and make better decisions. Okay. When we can be present for someone else's difficulties with stillness, then we are able to truly hear them and give better advice. Sometimes we can be so still that we are a mirror for the other. Then, through our own presence, they receive their own answers. The witness that has been by your side all along is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. Witness creation unfolding before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. Okay, so the next card, this is the Lower World. The lower world holds the hidden treasures of humanity. It is a place of rich and fruitful darkness, where we can find the disowned parts of ourselves and the abandoned aspects of our psyches. The lower world is a place of our ancestors, where we discover the gifts and lessons from the past. It is the realm of the collective unconscious. Here we can meet our demons and transform them into pure energy, our source of personal power. Oh, well, speaking of demons, okay. It is time to unearth your hidden treasures. Do not make yourself small in order for others to like or accept you. Bring out the gems and precious stones that you have kept inside your heart, hidden even from yourself. It's time to honor your past and recast your life as the heroic quest. And as you journey into the lower world, you will be offered all the gifts of your ancestors, their struggles, the way they hurt, the way they lived, and the way they died will become blessings. Wow. I did not expect that from that card. However, many gifts do come from analyzing our darkness. So the next card is the Drum. The Drum invites you to take the next bold step in your journey. The forces of heaven and earth are aligned behind you. Supporting effortless action. This is not a time to push against the river. The current will take you exactly where you want to go. Once you jump in, collect your power tools and summon your courage, because it's going to be a wild and glorious journey. Allow yourself to be carried by the rhythm of what is really essential in your life. I love it. Yep. All right. So, next we have, this is the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. So the first card we have is the Traveler. Move in a new direction. The road you're on may be the road less traveled, but this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your emotional and spiritual growth. Oh, yes, because this is definitely emotional and spiritual growth. If it isn't about covering outer distance, it's about covering distance within. And you will be evolving every single moment of it. Remember to keep things simple and to lighten your load, because that will make your journey more enjoyable. You're also being encouraged to see how far you have come and how you've really grown as a person, because this recognition will support you in going even further. And there's a chance that along the way you'll make new friends who will become companions for a lifetime. That's nice. Okay. So next we have Knight. Be brave and honest. The energy of respect is important right now. You are being encouraged to figure out what is important to you and what you stand for. If you are in a space where there's opposition, you are being guided to follow through with integrity, because even if it seems this will slow your progress, your rewards will be much more abundant. You are being surrounded by light of bravery to help you. This card also brings justice. Okay. Justice. If you are longing for justice, please know that the universal energies are working to bring everything back into order, and that you don't need to force anything through your will. If you have made any mistakes recently, it's important to take ownership of them so that you can align yourself with improving the situation. If you are feeling the need to defend your spiritual path at this time, back down and let it protect you. And it's funny that, that it mentions that, because this can indicate that, accountability. In the upright, he ain't taking no accountability. In the reverse, accountability is taken. We're owning our part in this situation. Also, what the devil doesn't have in the upright position but does have in the reverse position is integrity. So, absolutely. Okay. Next deck, this is Moonology. So, first, have faith in your dreams. Waxing crescent moon. Don't give up. The situation is still taking shape. You're nowhere near the end of the story. Whatever is happening now is just a step along the way. As they say in the self-help classics, everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end. However, the waxing crescent moon card is a reminder that you must still keep working towards whatever it is that you want. If you can't take practical steps, spend time meditating on what you'd like to know about and allow your higher self to download that information to you about your next step. Overall, this suggests that there is every reason to be hopeful for a very positive outcome to the situation you'd like to know about. So keep the faith. So, also additional, I am focused on what I want, so that's a good affirmation. Just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean they're not manifesting. Don't look back. Stay focused on moving forwards. Be patient as events unfold and dig a little deeper to find more courage. Okay, so yeah, we've definitely been told to have courage a few times already. Alright, so the next card is Surrender to the Divine, Full Moon. The very word climax brings all sorts of ideas and images to the mind, but it really is the feeling of this card. Life is coming to a head, a point, a conclusion, or a turning point. There may be some kind of change and possibly even some sort of emotional explosion. Oh, yes. Very possible. Tune into your emotions now and see what they're telling you. They're very likely close to the surface. No matter when in the moon cycle you've pulled this card, matters will soon conclude and you'll find out whether or not your wishes are going to come true. The odds are in your favor, as this is a very positive card, but you may need to work harder than usual to keep cool as events unfold. Stay cool, calm, collected, logical, observe. Affirmation, I am getting the answers I need. Also, additional meanings, a wish you made may be about to come true. Excuse me. It's make or break time. There could be a sense of madness in the air. Breathe deep and stay calm. You may need to forgive someone to release negative energy. Excuse me. Yes, and this was negative energy. I'm glad that it's in the reverse, but to speak on that, I would absolutely say yes. Sometimes we need to forgive those who trespass against us, okay? Anytime that we don't forgive and we hold those grudges, then we continue to allow them to have power over us. And that's not good. We don't want anybody to have power over us when they're not even in our life anymore, okay? That power is yours. Take your power back. You know, forgiveness is for us. It's not for the people who have hurt us. So you don't have to say to the people that may have hurt you, oh, I forgive you. No, 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 no. You forgive them in your heart and you let it go. Surrender that to the divine. Let go, let God, let go, let the universe, however you want to look at that. But let it go. Don't let it hold you back. Don't let them have that control over you, okay? The power is yours. Forgive them so you can have your power back. And then you can take those wounds that they caused you and you can turn those wounds into more personal power. And then one more. It's time to let go of the past and move on. Okay, so sorry, I know I kind of went off on a tangent there, but you know, I had to say it. Okay. So here we have just breathe. Okay. Keyword, step back, reconnect, rest, recharge. So much time and effort can be expended in maintaining current relationships or in creating new ones that it's easy to forget to just stop and breathe once in a while. This life is not just about connecting with other people. The most important connections you can have are with the divine and your higher self. This is a good time to take a break from your personal relationships and reconnect with your spiritual self. Set aside a few minutes every day to sit quietly and just be. In addition to caring for your spiritual self, look after your physical body, get plenty of sleep, eat healthy foods and exercise, treat yourself to a movie, or take a walk in nature. Step away from the cares around matters of the heart and just breathe. By taking time for yourself, you'll recharge your emotional batteries and have more energy to invest in your relationships. Yes, I agree. Treat yourself. Okay? Okay. So next we have nurture. Keywords are cherish, nourish, blossom, abundance, nature, and creativity, and wait. Okay. So again, some of you might know somebody that's pregnant. Some of you might know somebody that just had a child or soon will have a child. And then there's a few of you who could actually be pregnant or getting ready to have birth. So, yeah, just gotta throw that out there. Okay. The nurture card reminds you to tend the garden. Relationships must be nourished in order to thrive. Count the abundant blessings of the relationships you have. Find ways to let other people know that you care for them and appreciate them. Good relationships can be taken to new levels of happiness, and faltering relationships can be revived with loving care and attention. Equally, be sure to tend your relationship with yourself, because that's the most important relationship we have, is the one with ourselves. Nurture your soul by giving yourself the grace to be who you really are and love yourself for it. Take a few moments every day to connect with the divine. Meditate for 5 minutes, or simply have an attitude of gratitude. Oh, yeah, attitude of gratitude. Okay. Nurture your mind by engaging in activities that stimulate and engage. Use your creativity in some way every day. Everyone has the ability to be creative, whether you paint, write, cook, sew, sing, dance. Just live. Take care of your body by maintaining good health or by making it healthy. Relax in a bubble bath, enjoy a good cup of tea, or take a long walk. Connecting with nature will soothe and nourish all aspects of yourself. Remember that nurturing yourself also raises your vibration and sends a signal of love into the universe. If you desire it, that signal will be a beacon that will bring a new and loving relationship to you. Just as I said, if we stop ourselves when we're thinking negatively and replace that with the blessings that we have and focus on that, we're going to attract more to us. Absolutely. And also, just reading this made me think, if any of you have been struggling with an illness, this is an indicator of health improving greatly. And it can also indicate health, as long as physical, mental, spiritual. So everything is looking up. I know that some of it may appear negative, but really it's not, because you're getting out from underneath that toxic negative energy, and you're getting this fabulous new start, and you guys are going to be much happier in the future. Okay, and it's going to take a little while to manifest, but you're going to see some momentum in the right direction. You're getting that new start, And you guys deserve it. I'm so happy for you guys. Again, happy belated birthday to the Cancer Suns. And I'm sending you guys blessings of healing, prosperity, and love.